Recording in progress. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of this MCTV 43. We're here in the end game, and no, I was gonna make a stupid end game reference, and I realized didn't want to. Okay. What's going to happen today is Jason's going to take over and teach us about DaVinci Resolve. But before that, we need to talk about two or three things. First and foremost, I want to say that Friday is your last chance to take a W in any classes. Anybody who is here in person, I wouldn't withdraw from this class. You're going to be able to perfectly be able to finish this class no matter what. Especially with extra credit opportunities and the other projects. Okay, but I'm just saying for your other classes, if you don't withdraw by Friday, you will get an F if you don't turn in all your stuff or whatever. You'll be graded, and it'll go on your transcripts. Now, a W does go on your transcripts, and it's a negative thing as well. It's just not as negative as an F. I really encourage you, if you're confused at all or interested, I'd talk to a counselor tomorrow or as soon as possible to decide whether or not you want to drop. Okay, just saying that for benefit. No one here needs to drop.
No interest.
Don't drop, Cleopatra. That's what I'm saying. You probably don't know you're not muted. Okay. I'm going to... Sorry. I'm gonna stop my share because I did it wrong, and I'm gonna go screen share sound. Okay, I'm sharing my screen now. Before we go into what I want to do is I want to show you here in our here on our canvas. You can see I opened up next week, which is our final project week. And the final project has like discussion stuff if you don't come here in person. But right here, final project asset. You guys are seeing all the invisible things that you're not supposed to see. But final project asset. Oh, I should have pluralized that. Let's fix that right now. All right. Yeah, but that's a wrong one. All right, final, see, that one says final assignment. This one says final project. Okay, so what's gonna happen is you're gonna go into final project assignments. It's gonna say final project assets. That looks assets. It looks, that's right. Okay, link, click here. What it's gonna do is it's gonna open up a Dropbox link. Maybe it's because I'm logged in. Let's try it. So, let me log out and see. All right. This is good. Never works perfect in my brain. Okay, let's try it one more time. Okay, you should click here. Boom. It's going to open up this folder here. You don't even need an account, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to download. Continue to download only. You don't have to sign in, everybody. All right. So it's downloading this folder, which is 2.4 gigs. I converted all the media. These are red files. I'm giving you a scene from my short CAPTCHA, which I expect you to, this is what I expect from you. You can re-edit it in any form you want. It doesn't have to, you could tell it Pulp Fiction style, out of order. You could tell it backwards. I want you to take the footage and edit it however you want, but this is what I want to see. I want something that is showcasing your editing skills to tell a story. I want it to be colored. I want it to have audio, proper audio. I included the sync audio for all of these pieces, so you should know how to sync the audio, but I didn't include music. I didn't include sound effects. You're in charge of all of those. And just a reminder while we're here, it is up right now, showing you right now. And then, all right, so then let's do this. Oh, now I'm logged out like a moron. Come on, dude. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. All right, back here. All right, let's do, just for everyone's clarification, I'll show you the scene.
Hot.
hot. It's very hot. Ooh, I don't even think I didn't even include the voiceover. So why you want to go full screen here? Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. All right. Nothing's easy.
Hot.
Where's the full screen for this? Jason, you're a genius. All right. There we go. Let's watch it. You hit the lights.
It was one of those hot
All right.
Hot. It was one of those hot evenings. The type where you can't help but sweat through everything you own. Is that sweat? So hot your head just hurts. My head. What day is this?
Ah, there you are. We thought we lost you for a moment. We wouldn't want that.
We? Who's your friend here? What can I do for you?
You know what Marv and I were talking about? It's just the strangest thing. His last name. It's the same as your mom's.
Dora Bates too, huh? My mom had softer hands.
No, silly. Not your last name. Your mom's. The one she had before she met your damn dad and made the mistake that is you.
Wait, what's going on? Why am I being grilled here? Look, if you want to get something out of me, you ought to let a guy know what you want before you beat him senseless. Probably wouldn't tell you, but it'd be nice to know why I'm becoming pulp. and I know my poor mama, dear old Mrs. Johansson, wouldn't like it either.
Great to know. Got it.
Hot.
All right. So that's the scene that you got to make. Now for those of you who want to like duplicate it exactly as I edited it, that's fine. That just showcases you can copy what I want to do. But what I'm telling you is you can make this into a comedy, add some farts and make him punch him 100 times. You could just make him continually punch him. You could make it a horror film. You could, with editing and music, you could change this into a romance. They're just really into punching. You can make it so he never gets punched. That's all up to you. Okay? That's due by the end of, it's due by the last class. Okay? We're going to watch them in our final class. There is a final in this class. We'll be doing some review for that as well. But again, if you have extra credit, you basically don't have to take the final. It's all up to you. You'll see your grade. If you turned in everything and gotten good grades, you can skip the final or you can take the final. This is what I recommend. As a student myself, I say take the final. If you have extra credit, you could just like not worry about it. And so if you get like a C, a D, a B, whatever, and like, trust me, my final is easy. You should probably get an A if you've been paying attention at all. And I haven't been, but okay. All right. One more thing before we let Jason take over. I want to go into, I believe what it was, my Gmail. Yes, here it is. Braulio turned in a green screen assignment, which we will take a look at. I'm excited because I saw Eric Andre. So here we go.
Oh, you're not streaming the screen. You're not streaming the screen.
Oh no!
You're not sharing it.
You're just seeing me smile. Oh, thank you, Mateo. You saved me. All right, that's embarrassing. That's only happened like 10 times. Okay.
Yeah, right. I was like, did you put that?
Yeah, I was like, that was a weird choice in audio. Okay, good. We only got 19 seconds that time in, but all right, let's start over. You can see it now, Mateo.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
The planet is dying. The government hates us. The animals are leaving. The aliens are contacting us. We might.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
I'm about to bust. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the bathroom. Oh, good lord.
Oh, hello there!
I hate this channel.
No! No!
Nope. Ah, it's done. I've just put 85 plus hours into this work. This is truly my magnum opus. This represents everything I stand for as an artist and human being. I would love to know what my friend Chad thinks about this piece.
Max, I'm lost for words. It's truly beautiful, man.
That means so much to me, Chad.
The line work, everything, it's so great. It's truly, honestly, and I mean this when I say it, it is truly a great representation of the socio-economic climate of today's society.
That's what I was going for. I'm glad that came across. Listen, it's okay, Chad. Listen, bro.
Love it so much.
I was hoping it would evoke some emotion in you. I'm glad it's good painting. Okay, look painting.
This still exists? Not anymore. I'm taking matters into my own hands. Much better.
Man, what the happened? Dude, this was good. What, you got a problem with this? You, Chad.
Hey, I like that a lot. Great job. There was a little bit of fuzz, especially
I was hoping it
noticed
would
over
evoke some
here.
emotion
There's
in
some
you.
gray, but these two Australian guys or whatever they're pretending to be, are they actually Australian? Okay, I don't know who they are, so they're actually people.
Anything for views? You don't know this guy?
Max Mofo, anything for views? No, never heard of him. Sorry.
Yeah, it's quality content.
Well, no, I appreciate this. This worked out well. I mean, you chose this photo.
I was like, I really want to use this clip because I have like a 40-minute long
Sure.
green screen. I was like, I put. And
Yeah, well, have I talked about Mario and Sonic?
You?
Yeah.
You talked about Martin.
Oh, I've talked about Mario. Well, the way grew up my bedroom as a child was themed in Mario Brothers. So Mario is like on my Mount Rushmore. And as a Mario guy, I hate Sonic with a passion. So this image is sacrilege.
Have you seen the other images? It's serious. Have you seen those?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've seen Sonic and Shrek, if that's like what you're saying, but I've never seen Men. What's wrong with Men? I've never seen Men. Oh, okay. Okay.
It was just.
This was like my this one was my
Oh,
favorite.
good lord.
You know, SpongeBob's kind of see-through here,
Yeah,
but yeah.
I don't know why they had SpongeBob on green screen where majority of them were blue screen. This one was
Yeah.
green screen. Well, yeah, why would they do that? See,
Mhm.
you might be able to invert the colors.
But this SpongeBob is a Is SpongeBob moving in this scene?
Yes. Yeah, he's like looking.
Oh, he
for
turns.
strength
Oh,
for
okay,
a second,
okay,
he
all right.
turns around to look at.
So I was gonna say make a mask. This is great job, Braulio, 100%, of course. All right, we're gonna stop our share. All right, Jason, get up here. Oh, first and foremost, here we go. Are you bringing in stuff or you want to use my stuff?
We can use both.
All right, so what I did for y'all is here's the folder. I am importing. Oh, I should share my screen probably. Yeah, let's do that. Let's allow. Let's do this. Let's do this. First, let's do this. Okay, I'm sharing the screen. All right, where this is DaVinci Resolve. And basically I dragged and dropped stuff in here. Change project frame rate. They have a different frame rate.
Yes.
Should I say change or not change? All right, there we go. I basically have imported all the clips that I gave into Resolve along with the audio. So Jason can work with this. So I'll give you a sense of how to work with these images. Okay, Jason's taking over now. And I'm learning.
Oh, this is what Renan felt like. Oh.
Feel free to ask him questions or whatever, and point out if we can't see anything.
So first off,
DaVinci
DaVinci is so much better. No. I started using DaVinci because it was free and you could export in 4K. And so I was using Premiere Pro when I first started, but last year I switched over. And so there's some aspects that you could transfer as like your key binds to help out. So like Tim, if he moved over, wanted 1 and 2, he could use what Premiere Pro has set up as their key binds as you go to right here, preferences. Oh, wait, not preferences. Right here. So
These are hotkeys.
yeah, your hotkeys right here. So all this stuff. I'm used to using the DaVinci one, so we'll use that. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just gonna drag in a file. And so this is the cut page. So it's this, how DaVinci is set up is that you import your media. And so you just drag in your files, then it goes to the cut page. And so it's just dragging and cutting everything around. But I usually just go to the edit page and go from there. It's probably not the best flow, but that's what I've been using. So
what's the difference between cut and edit?
not really much. So it's just a simple version.
Just looking at it,
Mhm.
cut is Final Cut X.
Mhm.
Edit is Adobe Premiere.
Yeah. There's stuff that they've taken from other programs. Yeah. So
Because I was gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I loaded this on my computer and I was looking at the cut thing and I was like already annoyed because I was like, I gotta work on a
No.
Final Cut X flow.
So what you could do is that you could also just disable it from one of these windows right here.
On the edit page,
Mhm.
will it reflect on the cut page?
No. Well, yes, it will vice versa.
Mirrors.
Yeah. So everything that you do in the cut page just transfers over. That's all it is. It's just a different, yeah.
Okay, it's trying to get.
Mhm. Because I'm used to using Premiere Pro, I just go to the edit page.
Sure.
I disabled the cut page. I don't have it on my workflow or anything like that. So I just imported this file right here. And so I'm just going to open it up a little bit more. So this is the audio. And so the slate, yep, that's the slate. So what we're going to do is I'm going to shift. I'm going to just go up and we're going to sync this. Tim,
You chose to, right? Like, you don't know if they're the right.
hopefully it is, because I'll look smarter.
Well, I can tell you, if you choose the first
Yeah,
video with, well, I don't know. That's part of the mystery is of, let's see, you're 29, it's probably not right, Jason.
yeah.
You,
This thing taking two.
Two,
Split would be at the beginning, right?
yup. 7-1. Okay, so now we're just gonna look for it. And so it'll be about right here. 6. So
Are you sure that's a 7 and not a 2?
that is a 7 right here. That is definitely it. Okay, so. Six. So hopefully it's this one right here. I didn't hear that.
I think he said 7, right?
Can I shoot? Take two.
He said 2.
Can I shoot? Take
2 down. Yeah.
Rolling audio? Okay, action.
So, it's like there.
Dang it, Tim. All right, let's. Oh my God, what? Okay, there it goes. Okay, good. So this should be it right here then. Okay, that should be it. Okay. All right. So Tim, how do you right click on a Mac? As like a mouse control? Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So now we're just going to align our audio together. And so that's all done by just highlighting, and then it'll be right click or control right click, and then align clips, and then based off of the waveform right here.
So the line is synced.
Yes, you're syncing. So right here is that we got Sophie talking. So we want to start about right here. Okay. So we'll follow. And so one of the crazy things with DaVinci is that it is a workhorse in color grading. And so one of my first things that I do, because of we're using one specific camera, is changing it to Rec 709. So as right now, it is in log form. And so log means that it's preserving all your highlights and your dark points in one image. And it is flying across the screen because I don't know how to use a Mac. I'm just trying to zoom in.
What's your number zoom in?
You just scroll on your mouse pad. Your not mouse pad, but mouse. Damn, it's broken.
All right, let's see. Sorry, I didn't bring a mouse, so.
Can we just get one of those mouses?
Okay, Jason, look. On the trackpad, it's your fingers in and out like that. Or you can plug it in. I don't have an adapter on me.
Okay.
I could go that one. Here, I'll be right.
It's okay.
Keep talking.
All right. So it's in log form right here. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to go in the workspace and go to color manage, and then it would be, so your color space transform, it'll be DaVinci wide, DaVinci color managed right here. And so by doing that, it's allowing the program to determine what the color space is. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to custom. So I have the ability to determine what type of footage it is. So because we use a red camera, it would be red wide gamma. And so we'll switch it to DaVinci wide intermediate and then have the most range right here. So what it is by doing this is that when you work in Rec 709 is that it's essentially a triangle, and it is when you get to DaVinci wide gamut, it has a larger width of different colors compared to a more compressed version of what Rec 709 is. Rec 709 is the most common one. It used because of the compression. Thanks, Tim. Okay.
You're ready?
Yeah. Yes. I just need to move tab bit. How do I move? Why is it not moving? All right. So right now it is in the workflow that I usually do. And so we're going to move to the color grading. And so this is the first node. So we typically do the color correcting. Where is it? Everything's all new. Yeah. All right. So this is the parade. And so it's showing that everything is equal across the board. So because these red and blue are primary colors, and then green has a little bit of yellow and mixed in with blue. And so as you're looking at the color space, that's what we're working off of as that triangle. It's so difficult because what color science is, because it would be easier to display it. So but this looks good. I probably wouldn't color grade any of this right now. But so just by changing the tint right here, so you could see the parade as that I go to more of the temp of blue, it changes. And so I'm just going to leave it to 0. But we got the histograms, and then this is looking at where our Y is our yellow, and then our red, and then blue and green and all that stuff. And so as it's going to more of a warmer tone, let's emphasize that a little bit more so you could see that move. So you want to center it typically as keeping your image preserved. I'll show you what I had some issues for unforeseen, as one scene was very yellow. So let's just go back to parade. But the reason why I usually change it to my project to color managed is because of using LUTs. So, all right. So I am playing the video. I usually use a film LUT, and this changes your image completely. So as you could see, we usually work in a Kodak. That's what I usually do. But let me start that. Okay, so what you have to do because of working in the color management, I just completely backtracked myself. So you have to have another node in another one. So because of these nodes, come on. There it goes. Okay. So
those windows and nodes kind of act as like a workflow, right?
yes, this
like adjustment layers.
yeah. Yeah. So with it's what's it called? Nodes are easier to work with as because you could visually see as a macro status of your project. So like After Effects is that it's a tab based, so you have to scroll down your workflow, right? So with nodes is that you could just scroll out and you could find by highlighting your specific things as like grouping them together. Nick, do you have a question?
So that's just this.
So I'm sorry.
Is that just like this?
That would be your timeline right now.
These are
yeah.
and like what he's making is like when we nest something or making adjustments. It's basically putting them in order, and so he can throw the LUT right on the second one and throw a different LUT on the third one.
So
and they combine to be on the final output.
Yeah.
Right? So you can adjust individual factors in these nodes.
So I'm having to convert this back over to Rec 709 because of the way come on. Okay, good. All right. I had a lot of issues and I had to do a lot of research trying to figure this stuff out. So hopefully I could help you out if you have this issue. So what we're going to do, because it's in DaVinci wide right now, so we're going to put in DaVinci and then DaVinci intermediate. And so then it will be if I did it right. Hopefully I got it. Okay. So it is blowing out right now. So it'd be Rec 709. All right. So then I'm going to go over. And I don't use Max. I can't remember why it is.
There you are.
Shift. Come on. I'm just trying to move over on the workspace just a bit. All right. So I'm going to grab that, drop right here, and then I'll bring it back to Rec 709. And then Gamma. Or DaVinci and DaVinci. Okay. So as you could see, there's a slight change in the image. So so now it's giving a film look. So typically film studios, they use like a Kodak film stock, and so that's what it's trying to get across, this more of tan or bringing out maybe more magentas in some images. And so you could change this as much as you can. So maybe I want to go from like a Fuji film, and so you could see now it has more of a greenish look to it, and or go to more a different, oh wait, no, I'm on the wrong part. That's why. So Kodak, so this is a 56. So it's more blue. And then we go to the 55 and it's more yellow. Or like I was saying, as a Fujifilm, it's more, there's a different aesthetic to it. So maybe in this situation, because of wanting it to be like a crime drama or like a Joker type-esque look, I'm going to work with this.
No, wait, everybody.
Yeah.
You turn in some of that Joker-esque. I'm gonna have to fail you. That's too,
Oh, okay.
That's too
Okay.
twisted. You can't turn it into too twisted. Just kidding. You can make whatever you want. Just the Joker is so twisted. He's like crazy.
So now we got this LUT right here. And so I'm going to combine it together as my LUT. Because if you turn down this specifically, you still have it, as you could see, you're losing shadows or darkening them right here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to combine this workflow together. Come on. So combined node. So now they're all combined. And so now I'm able to preserve all these effects together. And so now maybe I want to add a little bit more contrast in my image right here. And so as we're darkening a little bit more, maybe. So really in color grading, this gives a different aesthetic of your film. So just kind of playing around and going into like a Joker aesthetic. So now I'm isolating my stuff between. So I want my contrast to be only in this node right here. Then it will shoot down over here. And so this is an empty node, and then it will come up here. And so output like that. So
how many nodes does a typical project have?
It really depends on what you're doing. So I think I probably have had most at 8 right now, but there's definitely I'm still learning color grading. And so somebody like Renan or might have a better workflow than me. But it really depends on what you're trying to get.
And again, a
Yeah.
reminder, if color grading in DaVinci is something you're interested
Yeah.
in, we have, it's been posted in our Canvas. You
Yep.
can watch Renan's lecture on this as well. Jason's he's talking about color, but he's gonna show us like the workflow of DaVinci and why you might want to choose it as an
Yeah.
editing system.
Yeah. So like I said, is that DaVinci is just an absolute workhorse of color grading. There's essentially, they got a screwdriver for the screwdriver for the screwdriver. It has everything that you possibly need, and they're still updating it every month. It's absolutely crazy. So going back to it is that we got like our saturation right here. So I might either want a little bit like a 40%, or do I want a 60% saturation to blow out, get a little bit more color right here. But I would have to really mess around with it. I might want to keep it at 40. And then I'll make another one here. And then I'll change the lift. And so you don't want to go like too extreme on this because you'll completely lose your image. So maybe move it down one, like 1 or 2 that you're looking for. So yeah, there's quite a bit, but also what DaVinci has, and I've been noticing with recent shows like Fallout or Jack Reacher, they use like a light ray effect. And so I'll probably put it right here. And the issue is it looks like there is not enough light in this shot. Is there a window? No, not really.
Increase the light rays?
Yeah, that is absolutely dark. So I'm gonna have to find a different image to show. Yeah, let's see with that one right here. Let's do this. Okay. So let's do light ray right here. And so as you could see, it just changed it ever so slightly. And so let's up the threshold or lower the threshold. And so it's giving a little bit more shape to your light. And so you could see all your texture right here of the shades. So maybe I want to up the length a little bit more so it washes over his shoulder, and then soften it a little bit. But yeah, there's like small things that you could do to enhance your image just a tad bit more. All right, so let's look at light. What is it called? So let's look at the glow now. So kind of the same thing, but oh, there's not enough light in this one. Oh, well, there it goes. Okay. So if you're doing like a green screen shot and you want it to bleed over onto your character, this is a good one right here. There's add-ons that you could get for DaVinci to help your workflow instead of having to like manually tweak your glow. But this is another node to mess around with. As you could see, it's changing the look of it. And let's go into so halations. And so halations is a film aesthetic, film stock aesthetic where as your highlights they turn orange. Is that correct, Tim? Halations.
Halations?
Oh, I've asked you about this. Halations, like as like a film stock. Okay, so
yeah, it makes it like orange.
Yeah, so that's the word that they sepia tone. Oh, okay.
Halations must be
Different.
well, I mean it. Yeah, look, yeah, for sure. It's making it seem like that.
Yeah.
This is in Premiere, so it's vignetting.
Well, there is a vignette node specifically, but
this makes it seem like it's being projected, right?
yes, yeah. So it's if you look at what's it called? Movies from the 80s or like Good Will Hunting, you could see it in the light where it's kind of the light is blowing out and turning orange ever so slightly. That's what this one does. But there's so many things that you can mess around with, say like lens reflections. And again, it's just low light and it's so difficult with this. Yeah, it's not going to just work on this one. Probably put in unforeseen. But yeah, I don't want to stick too long on this one. There's so many things that you could do. And let's just clear this node right here. And one of the aesthetics that I did for Gone Fishing, the 72-hour short that David Butterfield and I worked on, was Gone Fishing. But I ended up changing the blur a little bit. And so I lowered it and sharpened it. And so it almost gave like a Saving Private Ryan look, to give like a gritty type of aesthetic. And so you could see around his face right here is that you're getting kind of like a contrasty look. And so let me up it back. So I believe that I put it about like a 40, but yeah. So jumping back over to the editing is that we got the Fusion page. So Fusion is for VFX compositing. And so that meaning is that if you take like your green screen, you put it in and
Jason,
yes. Yep.
Do I have to do all those nodes on every single one of my clips?
You could. So one of the ways that I do it is that I take a adjustment layer right here in the effects and then drop it in and right here. And so then I will go back over to color and then I will say match grade right here. So, oh, that is the wrong way. Which Control Z, essentially? Command Z, okay. There we go, okay. And so I will do that again. And so now I want to clean this off. I don't want this color. I will reset this. So now it's isolated specifically in this section. So if you're playing it, it goes off.
If you click and drag
Yep.
it, you could drag it over every single
Yep.
clip of your piece, right?
Yep.
And then do the same thing. So this is what Premiere does too. With
Mhm.
adjustment layers.
Yeah. So it's going across, but in an instance as that you want more functionality, you're going to want to go across of your just copy it across. So let's say want these two right here. And I'll just say Max sucks, Tim. PC gang. So now we got it across. And so now they both they have the same grade that we just put on to from the adjustment layer right here. But jumping back over to Fusion is that do you have any green screen on your computer or anything like that?
left my laptop with all my green.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Actually, let me look really quick. I might have something. We can also just download it quick.
Yeah.
But let me see. Oh, look, I got green screen right here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can just drop that in.
Into here?
Yeah, drop it in right there.
Right here?
Yep, that's good. Yep, there you go. Oh, wait. Oh, did you do the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Thank you. All right. So we're going to start doing the green screen assignment now in DaVinci. So we got our delta keyer right here. So the delta keyer is what is it, the ultra keyer? It's essentially the ultra keyer but on steroids. So we'll put the merge node right here. So we got her right here, Elena. And so I've made this issue, this problem so many times, is that you have to make sure that these dots are on. It disappears and I'm just sitting there for 5 minutes trying to figure out what's happening. Make sure this is on as media out. So now it's looking at this window over here. So I could just turn that off right here, up and down. But we will highlight not what I was doing. Okay. All right. So it's media is going into delta keyer, then it's going out into our media, our merge right here, and then it's merging into one timeline and going out. So the green stands for it should be the foreground, and then this is our background right here. Then this is our mask layer. So let's now highlight our green. So right here. And I went in too deep. No. There we go. Max sucks. Are you saying that she's blown out a little bit as orange? So that's probably because we're working in this color space right here. So it's really depends. Okay, so load. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so now we just changed it back. And so we got her sitting right here. And so now we could move her around in our workspace. But in an instance that we had a bad key, we have our delta keyer, and so it's highlighting like a really dark green apparently. Why is that? Okay. I'm not sure why it's that green, like that really dark green. But it's showing, let's look at our mat. And so as we could see that she's kind of gone out a little bit, you want almost a solid white image. So we're going to mess around with it a little bit. And so I'm going to mess around with the luminance and see what happens. Okay. So this is our bright spots. And it's still looking like it's the same.
We click on the chat, somebody's saying anything. Yeah. No, it's right over there. It says chat.
Chat. Oh, there, I got it.
Oh, thank you, Cleopatra. Sorry, just wanted to make sure.
Yep. So you just have to play around, try to figure out your best key. Let's see. Yeah, so you could see that there's a lot of noise that it's eating away at her image as you could see the dots dancing. So we're just gonna road a tad bit. Nope, that's not what we're looking for. So let's see if it's this. All right, it's not that way. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. So let's see how it looks now. It's almost there. What do you think about it, Tim? A little bit more?
Still a little bit of haze around your head. But
Yeah.
look at that gray
Mhm.
strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can see like on the top of it.
So let's blur it.
That's where I would pedestal the Elder key.
It's getting there. So we're just going to go back other way. And that's going too much now. That's and she's completely gone now. All right. So an instance like that is that it is because not keyframes. Is that this image has played out. Spline? No, it's not spline. I think it's spline. So we're going to have to go into the media right here. And so as you can see, it's only there for 1,991 frames. And so as we get to about right here, because it's a little bit later in the timeline, it just completely ends. So what we could do is that we could just freeze it and it doesn't do anything. Or you'd have to find a different media source to play. You have to mess around with that effect. But I've had a lot of issues and I'm just sitting there for an hour again. I'm like, why is it not working? But that's essentially how you one way that you could green screen in Fusion. There is so many different ways that you could work in it. But this is by far one of the better effects to help out with the green screening. I think that's a grade A project myself. I was trying to get that soundbite where Tim said from the chat. Yeah. there's a soundbite of you saying like that's a grade A project right there. What was it? So one of the jumping back into what I was saying with the color space right here is that I changed it back to this instead of color managed, is because there's issues with some other effects such as like the green screen. So
If you look at it right now, it looks like the photo of Braulio.
So what you would have to do in this instance is this is one of the this is the manual way as like our color grading of changing our workflow. So right now it's we need to change it into Rec 709. So that's our input. Actually, I should say red. Where's our red? Red, white, gamma, and then we'll go into gamma 1.4 here. Then we'll go into DaVinci, and then DaVinci again. And so at our end of our color grade nodes, we'll do the same thing, but we'll be outputting to Rec 709. So we'll be DaVinci, and then DaVinci again, and then Rec 709 to gamma. So this is the way that you typically want to do converting. This all depends based on your camera itself, because there's so many different camera color sciences. So you got like all the Blackmagic, and it's because Blackmagic owns DaVinci and they're trying to push their own stuff. But you got Panasonic, and then there should be Canons and Sony's right here. But you have to know your camera color science to enter it correctly, because you might make your image blown out and it just does not look right itself. But this is one of the ways to convert. Is there something else, Tim, that you would like me to talk about?
What other elements in here is worth noting right now? I mean, sorry, in DaVinci.
Yeah, there we go.
Why do you think it's better?
I find
Just Premiere was too hard for you.
no. The Premiere was not way too hard for me. It was because it was free. That's why I got into it. So,
Well, what's the difference between the free version and the paid version?
so the paid version, the reason why I paid for it is because there is one huge thing that really saves you hours of work if you're really getting into the VFX, is the magic mask. So I can't do it in this free version. It's going to be like
It should be a licensed version.
this is the licensed version. Oh, okay. Well, then it should highlight Andre then. And so mask in progress. So it's just going to sit there and load for a little bit. This is really RAM heavy on your RAM of your computer. So yeah.
But look.
Yeah. So as it's bringing him out a little bit more. And so it's doing frame by frame. So before, you had to manually rotoscope people out or your certain things. Rotoscoping means cutting out your person as it's doing right now. So
it's like what we did in Premiere with our maps.
Yes.
With all the
yeah, all the polygons. Yeah. So it saves hours.
Yeah, this looks like Oh, we got a chat question. Question in the chat?
Yes, yes, it is for free.
Everything in it.
Yes. So it you have to pay for it when it gets to the VFX side of it. So using more of the Fusion tab, I'm just going to cancel this out. We don't need it. But yes.
How much is it?
It is $300. So it is no, there's the free version and then you got the studio version. And so
Premiere, right?
that is, but you get it for lifetime. So yes, of the program, it is
It gets bought out next year.
But you also could get a license for free if you buy a Blackmagic product.
No, I have a license.
Yeah, so Ursa's.
I found my
Yeah.
I found my software and license key from I shoot on Blackmagic.
Yeah. So there's so many things with this program.
I like that Magic Mask though.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like
Oh
some
yeah, definitely.
Photoshop stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that. So.
You have to have After
But
Effects.
After Effects.
Yeah, yeah. But definitely with the color grading, it might be overwhelming at first, but once you get a kind of understanding, my biggest thing was trying to figure out how to turn it into Rec 79 because you get that certain aesthetic that we're getting right now. And if we weren't, that's what we're getting. So on and then off, it's just completely different. And so you could also take your images, you're trying to match a certain aesthetic of like Matrix. You could tell it to take your image and just shot match right here. So it'll take the greens in your color of the like Matrix, and then it'll just port it over into this. And that's how I was color grading my stuff in the first projects for this program. But yeah, so we can move over to the Fairlight tab. And so DaVinci or Blackmagic has been buying other companies and implementing it into DaVinci. And so that's why Fusion's in here and then Fairlight is in here. And so this is a big audio suite right here. And so you could just kind of, if you wanted to turn your project into, let's say like 5.1 surround sound, you could definitely do that. So we go to the Fairlight and then bus and then turn it down over here. The 5.1 right here. And so now, as you could see in this lower half, it is giving 5 audio outputs, but before it was stereo, which is only your left and right. And so now by doing that, we could possibly put a reverb sound, which gives more room tone. If we had a room tone sound as like a fan going on or an AC, you could just have this ambient kind of circling around you the whole entire time. But we got all our EQs right here. And so if you wanted to yes, no, so it's free, but then if you wanted to upgrade to the studio version, it's a lifetime license. Yeah.
Lifetime.
Yes. But one of the good things, going back to the EQing, is that let's say like right here. So it's a lav female lav fixer, and so it's eliminate eliminating all our low frequencies is that people don't talk in this frequency right here specifically. And so it's just useless information. Compared to like because it's we're trying to have it's a girl speaking, so there's a different resonant, and so like in a guy it's boosting our the mids a little bit more compared to a female one. So you have your equalizer type, so like earth, air, fire, and so it's just essentially just boosting it up in different ways. So you'd have to just play around with it. But then you got your dynamics, and so it's just eliminating certain sounds a little bit more, and this is your compressor right here. And then you could also pan your audio. So if we wanted like Sophie talking, our right side, yeah, our left side, and then we can move her to the right or go in the back.
Who's your friend here? What can I do for you?
Spread. There's, again, it's just stuff playing with. This is all in the free version again. So there's just opportunities. So you got all your audio effects right here. So there's modulations. So
It's just the strangest thing.
let's just mute this. Let's actually.
Stop that scratchy.
So in the, so it's this one. Okay, no. So the scratching noise is that this is in the paid version, and that's one of the reasons why I upgraded. Is that you got your, where is it? Not panning. So I have to unlock them. That's what's the issue. Because it's grouping all these audio effects together. And so I just wanted to isolate it in this specific one. So this sounds like. All right, so he is talking. All right, so if they're scratching, I could just do the voice isolation. And so it's just going to sit there and think. I don't want the modulations on. But now any of the
basically removes the background.
So all the ambient, so if there's a car going by, it might be able to take it out, but you have to really fiddle with it. But because there's room sound in this, like a person in the background moves a chair, it will eliminate that. And so it's really, really handy. I've for the beach scene and unforeseen, because there's constant waves going on, and to match it between Sierra and Cameron talking, I had to use the voice isolation because it would just have like a pop, or the wave in the background won't match. But sounds like I'm going to change back my Fairlight into just stereo. I just don't want that. All right, so it sounds like he is only on one side right now. And why is that? Okay. So what I did is that I just did the right click, and so just go into audio right here. And so because it's mono, so it's on a stereo channel, but it is only outputting on one side. So I want to put it as wireless, and then there we go. And so now we're looking at right here, our waves is now equal. Okay, cool. So because this is dialogue, all right, let's see where our levels are at. So he's talking at -15. Typically with dialogue, you want it to be about -6 compared to your ambience or background music. So what you could do for this audio channel specifically is that we will raise it a tad bit. So it's audio 2. So we just raise it about like +5. So it's getting there.
Wait. What's going on? Why am I... Wait.
+9.
Wait.
A little bit more. All right. So I will also put a male finisher on there. And then I'll just put a compressor. And so now
Wait.
is completely isolated to him, and it's clear of what he is saying. And so this is one of these other things to get this filmic sound quality. And then we will do it for this other ones. So these are probably mono too. Yep, it's mono. So stereo. I'm gonna put on stereo, and then I don't want the boom, and so this should be. This is Sophie right here talking. All right. We do the exact same thing that we did before. Come on, there it goes. Okay, good.
Mistake that is you.
So in an instance, because he spikes up and we hear him right here, we probably want to cut her audio in our edit right here. So let's do that. So B.
What's going on? Why am I being grilled here? You want to get something out of me? You gotta let a guy know what you want before you beat him senseless. Probably wouldn't tell you, but it'd be nice to know why I'm becoming Pope. There.
Great to know.
Okay, so she's way down over here. That she makes her last line.
Got it.
All right.
Great to know.
So it is her that is making that sound, the popping as the close. So let's put the voice isolation on. And now right there, that is a good example.
Got it. Great to know.
And so you could just mess around with it to see.
Great to know.
You hear the pop still. So we want to up it a little bit more. But you could leave it at 100. But in an instance that I want like sobbing, it was taking away Sierra crying portions. And so I had to mess with that isolations a little bit more. But trying to think of something else. So you got all your titles right here, all your crossfaders. So in an instance, we don't want the popping going on. We just put it right here. You know, just ease in. Our transitions. So we got the crossfade, blur, additive, dip, smooth cut, and then motions. So it's a good chunk of this stuff is from Premiere Pro. All these other stuff is for Fusion. So I haven't really used these at all. I just mainly use the cross dissolve. Yeah, film strip, a glow, blur, blows out. Burn away. So then we got the generators. I haven't used any of these, but I do use the solid color in an instance of when I'm dipping to black and I want to have it solid black for a couple of seconds. Then we got like paper. So this is more going into VFX or compositing.
All of these available in the free version?
The free version, you do not get the, what's it called? This stuff, the fusion effects right here. But a good chunk of this, the generators and all that stuff is in the free version. We got more of the compositing stuff is like a Gaussian blur. It's just blurring your image a little bit more, directional blur, mosaic. So it's pixelated, a radial blur to have more of like a lens distortion. More compositing stuff, contrast pop. That one's pretty good. It just,
So Jason, if I wanted to make Andre
Yeah.
black and white and everyone else in color, what would I do?
so what we would do if we wanted to make him black and white is that I would take him and make a mask.
You got a question in the chat.
All right.
See you, Mateo.
So we're trying to make him black and white. So we're going to put a mask on him as a person, and then it'll be features, and then not features, just person. And so we have to have it faster or better. We want it better. And then we'll just go across. And so it will show, it's detecting right now. Okay, so now he is completely masked. So I want to eliminate this blind. No, I don't want that. And so we're just going to let this render out. But now because he is starting to, and it's didn't move across and it completely didn't track him. All right, so let's stop the track and delete it. All right, let's actually get him. And first you want to refine it just a little bit more. And so he's going to be a lot easier because he's in place the whole entire time and he's not moving around. But we're just going to let it sit and think. And we got the punching coming up. All right. And it is almost done. All right. So now he is all masked out. So I'm going to turn off this highlighting. And so it took out a little bit of his face. So I'm not going to really worry about that. So I'm just going to delete them. Just want him. But I could desaturate him. Why is it not desaturating? Oh, it is desaturating. Okay, good. All right. So as we could see that he's now, I'm put it up to 100%. So he's very red now. And then I just completely turned him black and white. And so now in this shot specifically, he will be black and white. So he's going from in color, and then I changed the color space. And so now he's back to that. So
Great to know.
then let's do this. Let's put a video crossfade dissolve right here. And
Great to know.
and then he starts
Got it.
easing in. And so this stuff is really CPU and RAM heavy. I was having so many issues in the last couple of projects. So like a good solid computer could definitely handle this, but when you start getting more harder quality stuff, it might be a little bit tougher. One of the things, features that I found out that is greatly helped is the render cache. And so you set it to smart, and so it just renders everything in your timeline. So Premiere Pro has it already auto set, but in DaVinci it doesn't for some weird reason. So turn that on and you're good. But also this changing your timeline quality will help out. And so you could see that he's not as high quality. It's lowered. I don't know what the resolution it's lowered down to, but that's a huge difference. So it helps out on your system. So when the effects turns on, yep, is definitely that's the issue. So let's put a render cache on. So smart. And so it's going to sit there and think about it, and it'll download it. Is there something
I think
else?
call here for today, and everybody can think of, thank you, Jason. Be thinking about DaVinci. I think we might get a little more VFX stuff on Monday. Jason,
Yeah.
how's that sound?
Yeah, definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can install layout into them.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, well, thank you very much. That just gives us an opportunity to view a different editing software. All right. While we're here, before we end, that was really great. I learned a lot. Honestly, I thought about editing. I thought about trying it, Jason. Yeah.
Other than Premiere Pro?
Well, it does stuff that like combines After Effects and Premiere. So there's things that like
Yeah.
I have to use multi-programs in order
So
to
that's
use.
the issue that Adobe is trying to get you to buy their other programs. And so DaVinci.
I don't know if that's the case, but
It's everything.
Yeah, because Adobe, I get like asked to do Photoshop, like 3D editing. I'm like, bro, I don't even do this crap. Like, and I'm trying 3D editing, and that's hard as fuck.
You could do that in DaVinci.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a little bit easier in DaVinci?
You kind of saw, well, 3D editing, are you talking about as like Blender?
Yeah, I guess like gaming and all that, like making games and stuff like that.
Making it wouldn't be, you could composite 3D objects into it, but
Like actually making characters and.
no, I probably wouldn't do that. It's just like if you're trying to blend 2D footage into 3D footage.
all right, we're gonna watch this next green screen.
That's more than.
This is Cleopatra's. Let's check it out.
Our strategy will come later. Let's start with speed. In return for your dedication, I promise you glory. If anyone here feels that Bruce Lee a too high price to pay for glory, he must say so now. Run! Shashandi na lang na lawa. Waza! Kichima! Toshiche! Tipchosha! Kichima! Tosha! Puya! Kichima! Run!
All right, Cleopatra.
Oh my God, look at that. Okay.
I couldn't tell what was green screen or not in this piece. This looked like the piece that you had been working on editing together, but I don't see any green screen elements added to this, okay?
So there was, it was the green, so no wonder like towards the end.
Okay,
Towards the end, that's so the green screen is in the whole thing. That's
Okay.
why towards the end you see that one. I did not cut it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the end, you see the green screen. The ending. I didn't cut out I didn't like measure them to be like straight. So if you see in the beginning, it's like blurry.
Yeah.
Yes, like somewhere
Okay,
there.
so you just have a green screen color over there that you're removing instead of putting things into the video, right? Like for me, I would have expected maybe to put like some like I don't know, like dinosaurs or something that wouldn't naturally be here. Because I understand that you can chroma key and I can see that, but like the part of the project was like putting things like think about like downloading a video of like anything that we saw in any of the other videos, and they could
I
be
get it now.
they could be in the background or whatever, right? Or in the foreground, right? Like you have your warriors going, and are they running away from something, or you could
The dinosaurs chasing
yeah,
them.
dinosaurs, or you could add other types of warriors in with them, or SpongeBob walking in or whatever, you know, whatever we've seen. That's kind of the point of the project.
Okay.
So, okay.
Yes.
Makes sense. Okay, great. Good,
Okay,
good
thank
job,
you.
though. I can tell you know how to chroma key, so that's really great. Good job. All right, we're going to end the Zoom record here, and on Monday, okay, big thing to remind everyone is make sure you download what I've given you so far. Nick looks like he wasn't paying attention to Jason. He started to import the stuff. Anyway, no, just teasing. Okay, but download this stuff. It's only 2 gigs. I converted everything from RED files to MP4s. So your color is not going to be quite as deep, but you should be able to edit it perfectly. And you saw kind of what Jason was messing with the footage. So, and then reach out any questions. We only have about 2.5 more weeks of class, right? End of May.
Yeah.
About 3 weeks, actually. So we're getting there. All right. We'll talk more next week. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Tim.